I think I feel extremely grateful, ऑनर्ड, हम्बल्ड. पर कहते हैं ना वो फीलिंग जो सिंक इन होनी होती है कि एक्चुअली ये चीज़ हुई है हमारे साथ, हमारी टीम के साथ, इज़ अ फिनोमिनल फीलिंग विच इज़ स्टिल नॉट बीन एबल टू सिंक इन माई बेली. आई हैव, इंस्टेड ऑफ चूहे कूदते ना मेरे पेट के अंदर हाथी कूद रहे हैं. आई फील डिलाइटेड दैट ऑल द एफर्ट हैज़ कम टू फ्रूइशन इन सच अ वे. बस मैं यही कह सकती हूँ कि मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ ऑस्कर की जूरी का और लोगों का, जिन्होंने इतने रिगरस सिलेक्शन के बाद हमें हमारे काम को इतना महत्वपूर्ण समझा कि उन्होंने हमें इस स्टेज पे पहुँचाया. सो आई थिंक उस स्टेज पे पहुँचना ही बहुत बड़ी बात है मेरे लिए और मेरी टीम के लिए. Have you seen the poster of the film? Shall I show it to you? Okay. I'll show you the poster of the film and why it inspired me, and it might inspire a lot of people. Okay. So this is the poster of our film. So basically, as you can see, it's a gun, like a rifle, and there's a guitar, and it says, "While countries divide us, music unites us." Right? So the very essence of this film is about how, regardless of the territories, boundaries, dehlizein, the war, the kind of distinction, diversification, animosity that countries may have, boundaries may have, territories may have, religions, caste, creed might have, एक चीज़ है जो हम सबको जोड़ती है साथ में, वो है म्यूज़िक. तो जिस तरीके से म्यूज़िक एक जुट बनाकर एक कम्युनिटी को बिल्ड कर सकता है, एक नेशन को बिल्ड कर सकता है, एक कलेक्टिव एक्सप्रेशन दे सकता है एक इंसान को, I think because I'm a person who resonates with music, but I resonated with my character as well, you know, because it was very different. It's a very different character that I wanted to play, and I was given the opportunity to portray her. But the story is more about how these wonderful boys who are bandwalas turn out to become great musicians because of their calling for music, and how they venture from Punjab to Pakistan. And it's a journey of how these two countries are united through music. आज भी अगर आप देखें, हमारा एक कोक स्टूडियो पाकिस्तान है, कोक स्टूडियो इंडिया है, और किस तरीके से these artists are performing and how we are resonating with the music. मैंने पाकिस्तान के पसूड़ी गाने, अबीता परवीन के गाने सुने हैं, तू झूम. मैं हमारे दिलजीत दोसांझ और गुरदास मान के गाने सुनती हूँ. सो वी ऑल आर लिसनिंग टू म्यूज़िक, चाहे हम किसी भी कंट्री के क्यों ना हो. हम हॉलीवुड के भी गाने सुन रहे हैं, हम साउथ के भी सुनते हैं, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ आर लैंग्वेज बैरियर्स, राइट, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ विच कंट्रीज यू बिलोंग टू. सो द आइडिया इज़ दैट म्यूज़िक इज़ एन एक्सप्रेशन and a collective community building experience for everybody to enjoy and become a part of. So the name of my character is Simran. She is a Punjabi girl, and I can show you a BTS of the picture if you want to see how I look as well. She is the love interest of the three boys. बचपन की बचपन से ये हमेशा साथ में रहे हैं, तो लड़कों ने काफ़ी छेड़ा है, उसे प्यार करते हैं. And she's like, you guys are fukras, you're not doing anything in your life, so I'm never going to marry any one of you. And how there's a love angle to it, and how there's a way of them being inspired by their families and their loved ones to become something in their lives. So she is a quirky, funny, nakre wali love interest of these people, and how in the end, when they have their journey and they transmute through territories and their visions and their boundaries, the kind of person she chooses, the kind of journey she goes through with and without them. And it's basically a cute love story as well, that Simran plays with one of the lead characters in the film, that is Pransh. He's called Pinta in the film. And I kind of Guru, Pinta are two funny characters as well, and they've played a great role. And Navraj Hans's son is also there. तो हाँ, मुझे लगता है कि मेरा character मेरे लिए सही था, क्योंकि I was no longer playing a hot girl anymore. I was playing a village girl, and I was given the opportunity to do something different, and I was looked by a director differently. He didn't look at the way I was just looking physically. He could see that I could play something which is like a village girl. Okay, so basically Band of Maharajas was the first film that I had signed, but not the first film that I did. We of course shot the film over a period of time, and it's gone through festivals, it's gone through a lot of things. Finally, it's reached the Oscars and not had its release in India yet. But when I got this opportunity, playing Simran was because we had a lot of workshops that were done by Sir. Girish Sir is a very, very intense director. He does not let you scot-free until you don't get into the character of the skin. And I was a newcomer as well, right? So I was learning the nuances of acting as well, despite the background of training and schooling that I did. He trained us, ingrained in us the idea of the essence of Punjab, while keeping in mind it had to be a Bollywood film as well, keeping the diction in mind, the lehza, the accent, the nakra, removing my metropolis extreme, how do I express this to you? My basic demeanor of being from a metropolitan city, I had to shed it, and I had to become a girl who belonged from this beautiful village in Punjab and represent that essence and that beauty in Simran. So shedding your inhibitions from being the individual you are and gaining momentum with the girl you have to become for a film was something that he intensively, intuitively made sure we understand while reading the script, while dancing to the tunes of the music that Bikram Ghosh sir and they all kind of conceptualized. So it was work for a newcomer. Not a bias. I would say they don't have a bias towards outsiders, but they do have different ways of lobbying and have their own camps and their own friends who they prefer first, like any other individual or any other community or any other industry would. The opportunity to reach there is what we feel, and as outsiders call bias or we call nepotism. But I've understood this while being in the industry, that a politician's son would want his kid to be a politician, or the kid would want to do the same thing. An army officer, doctor, or any kind of industry you're in, the child usually sees that growing up, so they kind of get influenced by the confluence of the same thing, right? So I don't blame them for that. They have that one up and they're utilizing it. But there are success stories of people who have come out. Like Shah Rukh Khan was the biggest success story as well. Amitabh sir, this Pankaj Tripathi sir. There are so many people in the industry today who have made it over the years and sustained it. So many women, right? So I don't think that, yes, for the newcomers, because their parents, they have grown up now, they're doing their best, they're doing their will, but how you sustain yourself is important. But as a newcomer, I must say, it's not a bias. It is a fact that the opportunity to reach there takes a while, because we do not know everybody. We've not grown up with them. We do not know who is making what film sometimes, because we're not a part of the intimate circle and group, right? So that we might call it a bias, but that is actually how far our reach is yet. And only with more work does that reach, does that connectivity expand and people recognize you.